What is up, everyone? This is Hawaiian Air 2121, and today I'm going to show you guys how to make realistic 3D taxiways. So this is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos. I use turf, as you can see right over here, beads, as you can see right over here, and how you can use paint as well to make realistic 3D taxiways that actually glow in the dark, as we'll see later in this video. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's begin. So to first make your taxiways, all you will need is a ruler. You will need a pencil. And all you want to do is simply, I want to trace this taxiway over here. Now the board is slightly higher over here, but it doesn't make too much of a difference. So I'm just going to want to put this over here and draw a dark straight line over here. Now you can ignore this step if your board already has some taxiways over here. I just wanted to make a taxiway over here to continue the taxiway. And just as a step, I like to measure out my biggest plane that I have and see if it fits. And it fits pretty good. I'm just gonna use that line over here, and I might fix that line over here. Okay, so after the taxiway dried, now the next step is to apply the grass. So over to the left over here, you can see some grass I applied earlier, and it came out pretty good. So over here, what you want to do is you want to use Titebond wood glue, or just any wood glue rather. Elmer's probably wood glue rather, but if you don't have wood glue, it won't bore to the wooden mat. I discovered that earlier. And what you want to do is you want to smear it down like this, and this part can get a little bit messy, so might want to use a popsicle stick if you don't want to use it with your hands. My hands are going to be pretty bad after this. I'm just slowly applying it over here because my runway was a little bit too long over, my taxiway rather was a little bit too long over here. So I'm just gonna put it over here, and then I'm gonna take some of this and I'm gonna gently put it over here. That's not enough, so I'm gonna take some of this and then I'm going to pour it down all the way here without making it too messy. Probably will use it up because it uses that pretty fast. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna gently pat it down. So you wanna just spread it out nice and evenly and just gently pat the fine blended turf down over here. Now for the taxiway part, if you want it to be straight, I used a popsicle stick over here, or a ruler works, but I'm gonna cover this part because I just want it to be straight over here. Now the part that's on the taxiway, I can paint that over, or I could use a vacuum to get rid of it. And then I'm going to continue doing it all the way down over here. Now, essentially, I'm gonna have to do this throughout the mat, but I just wanted to show you guys a little portion of how to do this over here. And the only problem is it does get a little messy. So, and it does go by pretty fast, the turf. So I'm just gonna let this down over here. And I'm just gonna really pat it down, making sure that it dries. It does take a couple of hours to dry, so you wanna just let it dry over here. Okay, so now after your turf has dried, which you can tell that it's dried by just feeling it and seeing that not much of the turf is coming up. And what I did was I just gently vacuumed it and made sure that it was dry. You want to create a taxi line on your taxiway. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to use a colored pencil because it's going to be replaced by a bead. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this right over here. I'm going to try to make a straight line with the ruler, and I'm just going to trace in a line. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to replace it with a bead. And I'm just going to trace in that line right over here. And this line I'm going to leave because I'm not sure what it's going to be, but for the taxiway median line, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my yellow colored pencil, and I'm going to trace in a line as well. So after you trace in the line, You should see that. So after tracing in the lines, what you want to do is you want to create some spots for these beads. So what I have over here is I have red beads for the taxiway, and then I have yellow beads for the the end of the taxiway. What I want to do is I want to just create some sort of spot with the glue that I have, even though it's very sparse right now, and I just want to make some just some areas that hopefully this will bond to. Again, that's hopefully. What you want to do is just put the glue right over the line. You can see my hands is getting stuck on the brush of the glue. And then you just want to place the bead facing up. So here's a bead, and I'm just going to put the bead. As you can see, it gets a little bit messy right over there. And I'm going to take a couple more beads. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place them along the taxiway. The final step that you want to do is just paint the reflector lights. Now I have red acrylic paint right over here, and I bought this from Michael. So what I want to do is just gently dip this end of the brush in, and I'm just going to paint the tops of the reflectors to help you see them. Not going to get too much paint, and I'm just going to gently paint the tops. You don't have to do it that much. It just helps to see them. So I have glow in the dark paint right over here, and if I shut the lights off, which this might help, it glows very little, probably because my computer's on the back. But I'm going to apply the glow in the dark paint directly to the beacon lights so that you could see them. Okay, so now it's been roughly 30 minutes since I applied the glow in the dark paint. And by God, does this look amazing. This is the same taxiway that I made with the glow in the dark paint. And not everything has accepted the glow in the dark paint yet, but a majority of the beads did accept it, and it looks really, really cool. In fact, here is the bottle itself, and it's glowing completely in the dark. And the nice thing about this is this will last for up to 3 to 5 years. I highly recommend that you guys pick up this glow in the dark paint. It's really, really nice. And that is probably the final step to making your taxiways. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mini video of how to make some realistic taxiways. Again, you need to apply down the turf after you paint it, and then put the beads down and apply this glow in the dark paint that looks amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching.